Ladies and gentlemen, we're having a good time talking about how scummy Rosenberg is.
I don't know.
And, yo, listen, in a minute, Rosenberg, we're going to play your remix. What was the remix you did to Neo
Sexy
song?
Love remix, you know what I'm saying?
And who did you dedicate this to?
I dedicated to my wife, who then was my girlfriend of 3 months.
How old was your
did
wife?
she still marry me? Yes.
How old was your wife at that time?
She was like 19.
Oh.
It was when it came out. What year did Sexy Love come out?
Oh man, I don't know.
Like 06? Long
Something
time.
like
that was
that.
the early
I think
checks
06,
for
yeah.
Neo.
Yeah.
Yo, this guy's a scumbucket, right?
little
I mean,
bit,
at least
a
he
little
married
bit.
the girl. Though.
I married her.
Yeah.
I don't have a
it's all
scumbucket.
good.
I think I was pathetic. That's just pathetic.
So we're going to
game.
play the song.
Yes, I'll play it.
All right, we're going to
3 months
we're
in,
gonna ruin
he
one of your classics on this program.
3 months in, he did a hip hop remix to my joint. That's
Why'd I do that?
that's intense.
Anyways.
Do you still get checks from So Sick and
Yeah.
Sexy Love? And
Of course. It's a beautiful thing about publishing. It never stops paying. As
And
long
you-
as somebody playing it somewhere, I'm getting paid. Yeah.
And you own all of that stuff, all of those original things.
I own a portion of it, of course. You know, Def Jam owns a piece, and you know that whole thing. But yeah.
Neo,
publishing
ladies and
is
gentlemen,
mine.
he's back. Now
Yes,
you're not
indeed.
on Def Jam though.
Not on Def Jam anymore. Nah, I'm on Motown now. Yeah. Shout out to my
I like
Motown
that.
team.
I like that vibe. So is Motown? Explain Motown. I haven't heard them put out any new music in a long time. It was like catalog for a long time, right?
Yeah.
So what's happening now?
This is kind of the revamp. You know, we trying to bring it back to its original greatness, or at least trying to add on to the legacy. You know, we're over at Capitol now, so it's Motown Capitol. I'm senior vice president at A&R over there. So
Say what? Oh,
so
I didn't know you was an exec.
Talk about
Yeah,
it.
man.
Talk about it.
Got a desk and a
Oh,
shiny
you gotta-
nameplate and all that.
Yo, you got to check email every day?
Indeed, something like that. Yeah. So I mean, we trying to get it together. You know, it's still real new, but we're trying to get it going.
Now you do understand. Now that you're an executive, the things that you got away with as just an R&B artist, the shenanigans that you and I both have participated in the many clubs around the country, you cannot do that in the hallway. You do understand there's a difference
In the hallway.
of the actual office,
Okay.
right?
In the hallway, I can't do that.
Or in your office.
Why not?
Or in my office.
With the door closed?
No, absolutely.
But it's my office.
Yo, you understand what kind of sexual harassment lawsuit you gonna get, my G?
Oh no! I'm not sexually harassing nobody. Nah. I'm not doing that nowhere.
Yeah, well, what are you? Whoa. Hey, whoa.
I've seen Neo in action.
So I saw him in action a couple weeks ago. He was fine. Now,
I don't sexually harass.
No, you did. Let me tell you this though. You did have a VIP section that was. There were a lot of people in it. I mean,
There weren't
Yeah.
people. Those weren't people. Those were some of the most beautiful women on earth.
There were beautiful women in there.
Shalachas?
Yeah, and shout out to
Heavy
Emily.
chalach game. His chalach game is heavy.
Shout out to
Chalach.
our friend Emily B. Who
Yeah, shout out
walked
Emily
in?
B.
We're not calling her a chalach. That's somebody's
let me tell
wife.
you- no, Emily B walked in and goes,
God.
we needed somewhere to sit. And she was like, who are all these bitches? And basically just walked her way through and said, I'm going to make all these bitches get up.
True.
And she mobbed right on through. And Neo, to his credit, was trying to like get me into his VIP, but it was so filled with women that I would have suffocated. So I just stood on the outside.
Like the loser you are.
Yes, exactly. I was comfortable
At least
with
you
that.
know your role.
Yeah, I was comfortable. But let me just tell you, bro, in case you're wondering, Neo's still doing his thing. He's all right out there.
So having children hasn't slowed you down.
Has it slowed me down? Nah, I don't think it slowed me down. I mean, it's definitely put some stuff in perspective. You know, your priorities change.
You
but it's
haven't. Come on, man. You have how many kids now?
2.
You have 2 children.
Not a
Little
lot.
boy and little girl. Yeah.
That's not that it's a lot. It's just that now you would think that. Listen. I used to be. I was thought now. They call me the Don.
But what do you
Thada.
until this past
Don
weekend?
Still are.
Yeah, well, you haven't stopped
Dam
yet.
Thada.
Yeah, but I've slowed down. I have a child coming in a few weeks. I've slowed down. There's a woman in the home. It's me. It's her. It's the child.
Yeah.
Which is a
Neo
beautiful
has
thing.
not done this yet.
Not yet.
Well, not into the home yet. You don't
Not
have
yet.
the home family unit
I don't have
yet.
the home family. I mean, me and the mother of my children, we're still close. We still cool. But yeah, no.
You're in a new relationship.
Something like that. Yeah.
So, it's something like that?
Something like that. Yeah.
So you're just dating this person.
We are in a good place.
Who is this person?
We are in a good place.
Do we know her?
Her name is Crystal Renee.
So you are. So it's not your artist. It's actual girlfriend.
No, she's not an artist. No,
Is she your girlfriend?
we're in a good place.
That's a great answer, Neo. I support him.
We're
Good
in a
answer.
good place. Political correctness. I could teach
He's
you
in a
class.
good place.
damn it.
Yep.
Does she have promise?
Does she have? She has much promise. Yes.
A lot of
Much
upside.
promise.
A lot of upside.
And
Yes,
how's the
quality.
downside? I've never seen this person, so
Quality.
she's got ups and downs.
Up, down, left, right, quality. All the
Everywhere.
way around.
Yeah,
All the
talk
way
about
around.
it.
Shout out Miss Crystal Renee, wherever you at.
That's beautiful.
That's really nice.
So you have grown a little bit. And back in the day, you wouldn't have announced an actual.
You know what? At this point in my career, man, at this point in my life, I'm 34 years old, bro. I don't got time to be hiding. I mean, of course, you know, there's some things that you keep personal and private because you're a human being. But on the other side of it, I ain't got time to be hiding nothing and all of that. It is what it is, bro. It is what it is.
This is good, man. I'm gonna kick back. This guy Neo here.
Well, I don't understand. Why are you? What do you think you
Because
feel
man,
so
I'm
good?
watching a young friend of mine become a man. This is good. Like he's not thotting as much as he used to.
Not at all.
His selfie game is slowed down. If you follow him on Instagram, he used to do a lot of selfies. He slowed down on his selfies.
Yeah, I had to
So
check
this
myself.
girl
I had
is
to check
doing a good
myself.
thing for him.
Maybe the same will happen for you.
Yeah, but I don't do selfies. That's your.
That's you,
thing.
Rosenberg.
That's your
Oh yeah, I do selfies. However, you do lots of other stuff, Ebro. You may not take selfies, but in real life, you are a thought.
No, I'm the Don Thotto. We've already established.
Yeah, you won the
that.
award, literally.
So Neo, this new album. You have the single now with Jeezy. You premiered the video yesterday on 106 in Park.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
And now what else is on this album? What are we gonna hear from you? Is it the Neo we love, or are you trying new things?
Or is it the Neo we hate? I like the Neo we hate better.
Is
the
there a
Neo
Neo
we
we
hate?
hate?
No.
No, I didn't think so.
Somebody does somewhere.
Yeah, someone.
Somebody does.
No, we don't care about that.
Yeah, we don't care about them.
Hey,
though.
it's all good. Yeah, shout out to my haters. Love you to death. This album is definitely R&B. It's more R&B than my last album, the one before that. I just felt like I needed to come home, man. I need to get back to what it is that put me in the game in the first place. That on top of the fact that, mind you, I got love for my dance folks, love for my pop folks, EDM and all of that. You know, they kept the lights on for a long time. That's a real loyal fan base over there. But again, like I said, R&B is where I come from. It's who I am. So I had to jump back into that. So this album is definitely predominantly R&B. I'll say 99.9998% R&B is this album. This album is the rebirth of storytelling. I feel like storytelling has been lost a little bit in music, in R&B, in hip hop. Just period, it's kind of been lost.
Agree, for sure.
And, I'm gonna go ahead and own the fact that I am one of the great storytellers of this decade.
Own it.
I'll go ahead and
Talk
own that.
about it.
That's not ego. That's fact. You can Google it.
He's stunning.
So yeah. So this album is one of the last great storytellers doing what he does. So yeah. That's
So
what it is.
how do you? I mean, now is that shade you're throwing at the other songwriters?
no,
shade.
no,
no shade.
Not
No
a shady
shade.
dude. Nah.
No shade.
There's room for everybody as long as it's quality. Everybody can get a seat at the
But
table.
you were one of the early guys to jump on some of those dance records. What was the big record? You had a record with
I was
Pitbull, right?
if memory serves, I might have been the first.
Yeah.
Yeah, with Closer. I think Closer was the first, and then something becomes popular and other people jump on. It is what it is.
No shade, though.
No,
You're not-
none,
no shade.
none whatsoever.
No shade.
None whatsoever.
But you were with Chris Brown yesterday. He was another guy that jumped on some dance records.
Yeah. Shout out to the boy Chris. Him and Quincy did a charity kickball game. That was fun. It was
Quincy is Puffy's son.
Yeah.
Yes.
Did you see Khaled running with his butt crack out?
Yes, I did. Yeah.
Because Chris Brown
One of
posted
the-
the photo so funny.
One of the highlights of the game. Yeah. Cali can move though. Cali can move. Yeah. But that was a little more than anybody bargained for at that moment.
Have you heard Quincy sing yet?
I have not. I didn't even know Quincy sang.
Quincy sings, and he looks like, if his singing matches his look, he might be the next guy in R&B. You've never seen him.
Well, he's your man Crush Monday, Quincy?
Whoa, why is that?
I mean, what are you saying in here, my G? What are you?
I just saying he looks like an R&B dude. He is smoothed out on the R&B tip. When you stand next to someone as sloppy as me, I can recognize a man who's well put together. He's a well put together gentleman.
I ain't mad at you, Rosenberg. That is security in his masculinity. Where
Come
he
on.
can compliment another man.
I'm very comfortable with that. Very
I mean, it
comfortable.
definitely
mad
sounded
at
like
you.
a little man crush, though, my G.
I'm not gonna lie. I'll take it a step further. He's quite a
See,
gentleman.
calm
Really
down.
nice. I'm not saying I'm not gonna go further than that though.
Okay,
as far
because
as
I was about. I can't
gonna
go
cut
no
me off
further
after
with you.
that?
Yeah.
I would hold his hand, okay, but it would be like real quick by accident, and then I would pretend it never
So
happened.
nonfiction is the name of my new album, man. I'm gonna save you. For
What's the album
thanks for
date,
digging
man?
a hole, brother. Album date. We're shooting for September. It's not looking like I'm gonna make that, to be completely honest with you, because I'm not done. I'm still.
You have to
putting finishing
lead by
touches on it.
example.
Yeah, you're a
You can't
label
be an
guy.
executive at the label and miss your own deadlines.
You're absolutely right.
This is
Absolutely.
not.
I'm new to
Alright.
this. I'm new to
and
this,
you can't
Ebro.
bring people into your office. That is bad. Never shit where you eat. Always
can't bring
remember
people
that.
in my office.
You shouldn't date women. I know there's gonna be some hot women walking around. Never fall for the bait.
Oh no, I don't do that. No,
Because they will own your catalog.
I can't
and
promise
you won't
that
have a
won't
position.
nobody ever see my office though. I can't make that.
No,
promise.
you can't make that. That's
I
crazy.
can't make that promise.
So you may sneak somebody in after hours.
It might happen. I can't say that it won't.
It's his office. He's got to do work in there.
It's my office. You know, it's my serenity. It's my space.
So have you written any songs in the office yet?
I have not written any songs in the office. No, not yet. Not yet. I haven't been inspired to do that yet.
But you will be bringing some inspiration in.
Perhaps. I will make no promises, yet I will deny nothing. Yet I will own up to nothing.
I was gonna say, and speaking of songwriting, now I hear you're out here dropping gems, trying to save some careers.
I'm doing some stuff for some people. Yeah. Honestly, for the last little minute, the majority of my songwriting energies have been put towards my own artists. I told you, Senior Vice President A&R of Motown. I just like saying that. Senior Vice President A&R of Motown Records. Yeah. I have my first signing over there. Her name is Sanarelle. She's from the UK. Incredible singer-songwriter herself. She plays guitar, plays piano. Beautiful girl, total package. I've been writing some stuff for her. I got another artist by the name of Candace out of LA. Definitely repping LA to the fullest. She's how do I describe Candace? Candace is one of those kind of all killer no filter type people. All killer no filler, I should say. You know, she has no filter. If she think it, she gonna say it, and that's kind of the beauty of her. On top of the fact that she has one of the most amazing voices I've ever heard, and it's real difficult to impress me, and she impressed me. So be looking out for her, be looking out for Sanarelle. It's all coming soon, all coming real soon.
And so you as a songwriter, somebody that's had a lot of success, you've already kind of said the things that you thought were lacking, which was the storytelling in R&B and hip hop, which I agree with. What are you gonna be? What are some of the things you're gonna focus on at Motown? You say those two acts, but is there anything different you're gonna do in artist development that hasn't been happening that you would like to bring to the game?
I think artist development, period. You know, I don't see a whole lot of that happening nowadays.
And what does that mean to you, though?
What does artist development mean?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's one of the things that you know, at least moves in the right direction of not just throwing somebody up against the wall. You know, there's media training, that, you know, teaching somebody how to actually speak in an interview and not sound like an idiot. You know, there's all of these things. There's when an artist comes to you, they're kind of a lump of clay, and you kind of have to mold that into what it is. Like they say, stars are born, not created. I don't necessarily believe in that. I feel like everybody has to be nurtured into becoming their, you know, into reaching their full potential, into getting to that greatness. You know, Michael Jackson had artist development. You know, it was a part of creating what he became. And I feel like when you don't give an artist that, you kind of limit where they could go. You know, so with that being said, I want to reintroduce artist development. Now I know it's time consuming, I know it's expensive, I get all of that, but in the long run, I mean, call it an investment. Call it an investment in the future of your business. You know, any business that you know that's going to be successful, you have to invest in. It's not going to just happen by itself. So there you go.
Neo, ladies and gentlemen, that album, he's going to miss his album date, so don't be mad at him. He's setting a bad example as an executive already.
I'm setting a terrible example, but I'm setting a positive example because the music is going to be quality. So,
Africa, don't be mad. Africa over there like, no, he's not. No, he's not.
We're going to work it out. We're going to work it out. When you get it, know that it will be worth the wait. Name of the album is Nonfiction. I'm calling it that because every song on this album is a 100% true story. I did some kind of cool with this album. I actually reached out to my fans via my Twitter and my Instagram on some what's going on in your relationship, what's going on at your job, what's going on at your house. And the people that were gracious enough to send me the stories, I wrote songs about them. So if you're listening to this album when it comes out and you hear a song or a situation that sounds kind of familiar, it might just be yours.
But you're not getting a check for it, so chill out.
You're not getting a check.
Relax.
Just chill out and know it's about you and feel good.
Rosenberg, I haven't forgot your piece of shit song that we're gonna play in a minute.
No, we don't need to play that. We don't need to play.
No, we're playing your destruction and
you have to play it
and disrespect of a classic Neo song.
I'm trying to figure out something to say about you doing a remix to my record. I don't know if it's
destroyed
a
your
negative
song.
or
Say
positive
that.
thing.
No,
just wait till you hear it. Wait till you hear it.
I'm gonna wait till I hear it. I'm gonna wait till I hear it.
You might want to sign me to Motown.
Hey.
Yo, has a white person ever been signed to Motown?
I don't know. Maybe now's the time. Finally, it has.
I'm sure there has, but we don't remember them.
Yeah, plenty probably. But
who? Tina Marie.
Tina Marie.
Who better to follow in
Tina
Tina Marie's footsteps than me?
Rosenberg.
That is perfect.
That sounds tragic.
Oh. Rosenberg remix.
I met you in College Park and I knew I had to have you. Tried to stay patient, but I knew I had to grab you. Ever since then, happily ever after. Not quite, but we worked the tears and the laughter. Didn't realize what you were when I saw you. Now I know I trust you. No prenups, no lawyers. When you graduate, let's head south where the sun's warm. Spending weekends at the beach till our son's born. I look into your eyes, I know the struggles are worth it. I know we're all flawed, but in my eyes you're perfect. Body's ridiculous, face even better. Not a gold digger, just a crazy go-getter. Sticking by my side when times are rough. You say you're down forever, I might call your bluff.
She makes the